All right, hi, I'm Aaron. Doing some work on the Maverick. Did the coilovers. I got the silver coilover super low. Um, so I'm going to show you what I did and where it's sitting at, and nothing wrong with the product, but the vehicle. So here's what I'm going to get into. So right here, that's about where I'm sitting right now. I'm really zoomed in. Let me see if I can zoom out. There we go. So that's where I'm sitting at right now. I did have it where I was rubbing this liner. I didn't want to take the liner out. So, I got it, let's see, we get almost about 3 fingers in there. So that's where I'm sitting at. As far as the back, it's pretty close. It's a little higher. The reason why is because there's no camber arms for these trucks out yet. So I can't adjust the camber. I say it looks pretty steady. With a full drop in the back, if you're an all-wheel drive person, your axles do bind, not at the point where it hurts anything, but you can clearly see that they're twisting up in there at crazy angles. I could go a little bit lower in the back. I think I have it raised up maybe about that much of the coil thread where the coil spring is showing. So maybe about an inch, a little under an inch. The front, the way that I measured to where I'm getting at now. So I measured from the base of the strut mount, and I put a measuring tape inside. So from the inside, the bottom of the strut will be 2 inches. So that'll pretty much have you at this ride height. Now with this ride height, I have not adjusted the camber on the upper mounts that are in the fender well, because you have to cut out the factory mounts. That's just a given because of the very, very small hole. I'm currently running it at go all the way to hard on the front and go 8 clicks back to soft. In the back, I have it all the way hard and then back 5 clicks. No bounciness, no floating. Now I will warn you, if you do full hard on the front and the back, it'll feel like you're driving a tank. They stiffen up amazingly well, which is good if you're slammed out. That way you don't have tire hitting your fender and all that stuff. But the 8 clicks back from hard will get you at a pretty good, I'm pretty smooth right now. One thing that I will go ahead and tell you, and this is a big, I didn't do. So where you have the mount here, you have this bolt that runs through. One side is an Allen 10 millimeter. The other side, I believe, was a 17 on the nut. Make sure you grip and tighten that as hard as you can. And the reason why is if you don't, there is a little bit of play in this bolt where it goes through. And if you do not tighten that down, tighten the piss out of it, it'll sound like you're getting clunks every time you drive. It was driving me nuts and I didn't know what it was. I just now jacked the car up and just cranked down on them bolts with the Allen, and it's good now. I just went through it for a test drive. But I do plan on lowering it a little bit more in the back. I'm just waiting on the Eibach. Supposedly has a camber arm for the rear that will be fitting. Someone else tried the SPC brand or something like that for the Escape, and they said it was hitting the body. I was looking online and seen a couple other for the previous gen Escapes and the Focuses, and they look very similar, but if they're going to hit, then that's not a good thing to do anyway. So if Eibach has it where it fits, then that's great. Massive makes a tow arm for the back, and I do plan on getting that. It's like $200. I think the Eibach camber arms are $275, so I get another $500 in it, but it'll be completely dialed in. I left the toe and everything in the back where it was factory. I don't have any crazy wear or nothing. In the front, with it all the way down, it was cambering excessively. So with it raised up at about this height, I pulled the upper mount where it goes into the hub, pulled it all the way out as I'm tightening it down, and it's not really cambering. The upper mount is slotted, so that really helps out a lot. The stance is pretty good. I mean, I am 5'6", and yeah, I'd say the roof comes up to my chin. So that's not bad at all for me. Pretty much what I was trying to go for. But yeah, it's my little ST clone, and you know, you got to rock the Ford racing wheels from the RS on it. If you're running 20s or something like that, you could probably get away with raising it up a little bit. These are just 19s. Bigger wheel is going to make it look lower anyway. If I went with a smaller tire, I'm running a 50 right now. I could probably run a 40 and get a little bit of clearance in all my areas that I'm having issues with. But that's, like I said, that's the vehicle, not the coilovers. The coilovers on my settings on this truck are perfect. It rides just as good as my H&Rs were, and I kind of liked my H&Rs. I was running the Escape ones. So figured I'd give y'all a little feedback. If y'all need any tips or any installs or anything like that, let me know. I can pop off a wheel and, you know, just show you a quick how to disassemble and all that stuff. Last night when it was a little bit too low, I jacked up the front and I had both sides done, raised in probably 30 minutes. The back is even easier. The biggest thing with the back is I'm running a Steeda adjustable sway bar, so it's got some tension on it. So for me, the best way to do it is to jack up both sides. But the front, you can get away with doing one on each. But there you go. Let me know what y'all think.